Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Sattva Satashi Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupat Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Sattva Satashi Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Kuri Vaishnava Ki Jai. Namacharya Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Sakoshi Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavan Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopagopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kundagiri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Mathura Dham Ki Jai. Navari Dham Ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Yamuna Mai Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Harinam Sankirtan Yagya Ki Jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhaktavan Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi. Hari 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 Bol. All glories to the Assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namaste Pray. Krishna Prasthaya Bhutri. Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Vinacharina Nirvishesha Shunavare Bhashatri. Hare Krishna. Please write Hare Krishna into the comment section right now. Don't be shy. This is how we say hello. Hare Krishna. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy, and type Hare Krishna and be happy. So can I have the phone? Hare Krishna. Rudra Prakash Prabhu, 15 viewers. Wonderful. Bronwyn, Shamdai, Krishna Prema, Tyler.
They're saying glad to see you back on TikTok.
Jai, Hare Krishna. Nirjala, Ravi Chaudhary, Suraj Kumar, Gabriela, Binod Kumar, Agori. Agori, where are you from? Ganesha Ganapati. Markunse, thank you for tagging. Priyo Shakti Brinda Devidasi, Hare Krishna, if you're still there. Deepak Kumar. Oh. Matt Cook, Hare Krishna. Doris. And Neil Prabhu, I see Neil is watching also. Hare Krishna. Okay, and Hare Krishna to all the TikTok viewers. Is it 1,000 or 2,000 viewers on TikTok today?
We've reserved 54 of them currently.
54 fortunate souls.
They're all very good. They're all nice. All of them.
Deepak Nuts. Hare Krishna. Alright, so we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 14th chapter. Text 20.
Repeat that, please, bro.
3, 14, 20. Yesterday we had we have steered some waters, ruffed some feathers. So let's see how about today. Kishore Day, Hare Krishna Prabhu, Michelle Williams.
What was that? TikTok, bye-bye.
Oh, good timing.
Died off, eh?
Let's charge it, yeah.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Should maybe a little turn down the light, no?
Yeah, the light is really
Looks like the atomic blast. Hare Krishna Lina. Welcome back. Back home. And Devi Shakti is watching also. Okay, very good.
Oh wow, I was able to resume it on this phone.
Oh, good.
Awesome.
Good.
Back, sorry about that.
Okay. Yam ashritendriyaratin
Yam Ashritendriyaratin
durjayani tarashramaye
Durjayani Tarashrayam
vayam jayema hilabhir
Vayam Jayema Hilabir
dasyun durgapatiryata
Dasyon Dagapiriyata Yam
Ashritendriyaratim durjayani tarashramaya
Vayam
jayema hilabhir
Dasyun
dasyun durgapatiryata
Yam Ashritendriyaratin
yam ashritendriyaratim
Durjayan Itarashrayam
durjayani tarashramaya
Vayam Jayema Hilabir
vayam jayema hilabhir
Dasyon Dagapiriyata
dasyun durgapatiryata yam
Yam
whom ashritya
Ashritya
taking shelter of
taking shelter of
indriya
Indriya
senses
senses
aratin
Aratin
enemies
enemies
durjayan
Durjayan
difficult to conquer
difficult to conquer
itara
Itara
other than the householders
other than the householders
ashramai
Ashramai
by orders of society
by orders of society
vayam
Vayam
we
we
jayema
Jayema
can conquer
can conquer
helabi
Helabi
easily
easily
dasyun
Dasyon
invading plunderers
invading plunderers
durgapati
Durgapati
a fort commander
fourth commander
yata
Yata
as translation as a fort commander very easily conquers invading plunderers by taking shelter of a wife, one can conquer the senses which are unconquerable in the other social orders. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Of the four orders of human society, the student or brahmachari order, the householder or grihastha order, the retired or vanaprastha order, and the renounced or sannyasi order, the householder is on the safe side. The bodily senses are considered plunderers of the fort of the body. The wife is supposed to be the commander of the fort, and therefore whenever there is an attack on the body by the senses, it is the wife who protects the body from being smashed. The sex demand is inevitable for everyone, but one who has a fixed wife is saved from the onslaught of the sense enemies. A man who possesses a good wife does not create a disturbance in society by corrupting virgin girls. Without a fixed wife, a man becomes a debauchee of the first order and is a nuisance in society, unless he is a trained brahmachari, vanaprastha or sannyasi. Unless there is a rigid and systematic training of the brahmachari by the expert spiritual master, and unless the student is obedient, it is sure that the so-called brahmachari will fall prey to the attack of sex. There are so many instances of fall down, even for great yogis like Vishwamitra. A grihastha is saved, however, because of his faithful wife. Sex life is the cause of material bondage, and therefore it is prohibited in 3 ashramas and is allowed only in the grihastha ashrama. The Grihastha is responsible for producing first quality brahmacharis, vanaprasthas and sannyasis. Om Agyandarinandasya Jnana Shalakyam Chakshunan Meritam Yena Tasmai Shri Guravi Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual master, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, has opened my darkened eyes with the torchlight of transcendental knowledge. I offer my humble obeisances unto His lotus feet. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai.
This body means senses. When we speak of the body, material body, it means senses and sense gratification. These senses are like our enemies. They hook up with the sense objects and they become locked. The senses and the sense objects. Everything in this world is very nicely designed by Krishna to keep us here forever. That is also the genius of God. How He made this Maya so powerful. Mama Maya Duratya. It's very difficult to overcome the influence of Maya. So we have different senses. The sense of seeing is locked up with the sense object of form. The sense of hearing is locked up with the sense object of sound. The sense of smelling is locked up with the sense object of scent. The sense of touching is locked up with the sense object of shape. And the sense of taste is locked up with the sense object of different flavors tasting. Just like water. There are these different five elements. Earth, water, fire, air, ether. There are five elements. Everything in the material world, if you dig, if you analyze, there are these five elements in the foundation of every material object. So our senses, these five senses, they directly correspond to these five elements. You can see the air doesn't have any form. Right? You cannot see the air. There's no form. But you can perceive the air by?
Sound.
No. Touch.
Feel. Feel them.
Yeah. Feel the air like this when you do. You feel it.
The scientists call it air resistance.
Air resistance, yeah. Hearing is for the ether. Air is in the ether. Ether is also a material element. So we're attached to ether by hearing. The sense of seeing, you see a fire. When there's a friction of air, it creates fire. It's like you might have seen, the evolution documentary, how they do, like this with the stick, and they make fire. The friction of air creates fire. So then you can see. Fire you can see. Air you can see. Ether you cannot see. Fire you can see. And you can also touch. You can feel it, the warmth. Then next is, there's too much fire, what happens? You start sweating, water. Just see how everything is coming very scientifically. One element from another. The basis is the ether, sound. Everything comes from a sound vibration. Let there be creation. Just like in the Bible it is said, let there be light, let there be earth, let there be water. God was creating everything by vibration, by sound. And then there's air. From sound there's air. Just like you see well, I can't really find an appropriate example. But yeah, air is coming from ether, and from air there's fire. And from fire there is water. So water you can see, water you can hear, water you can touch, and water you can taste. Another sense. So scientific. Then from water comes earth. When you don't clean the bathroom, the mold comes, right? And from mold, the earth manifests. So the earth, you can hear. When I take earth, throw it on the wall, you can hear. You can touch. You can see. You can smell the earth. And you can taste the earth, and you can also smell. Water you cannot smell, but the earth you can smell. So this is how we are attached to this material world with the senses. People say, oh yeah, I understand this, we're not this body. Okay, next, Rasa Lila, come on, hurry up. You understand nothing. It is not so easy to get out of this bodily conception of life. You must practice austerity, yoga. Yoga is not meant to go out and check girls in tight dress. Yoga is meant for the complete opposite purpose. How to become free from sex attraction. How to control the senses. One must be very stringent. You cannot let the senses loose. Oh, I just, whatever. Let the senses decide where I'm going to go. Srila Prabhupada, he mentions in this book, Beyond Birth and Death, he says that we are under control of the senses. The ears, they hear some nice music. Oh, what is that? Just like Krishna Prema. What is that music? Oh, Jimi Hendrix. Oh, very nice. Or you hear, you're reading a book, reading Srimad Bhagavatam, and then you hear two devotees discussing prajalpic topics. You become so attracted. Oh, let me also go and hear some nice prajalpa about politics, about women, about drugs, about so many. We feel great delight, in hearing mundane topics. So, and then you go. See, the ears carry you. Just like, the teacher is, how do you say, he catches he pulls the ear of a student. Similarly, you're being pulled by Maya, by your ears. Go. Don't read. Don't hear about transcendental subject matters. Go and hear some prajalpa. That will keep you here forever. Similarly, the eyes. That is especially for men. Men, they like to see beautiful women, and women, they try to make themselves very beautiful to attract the eyes of men. Right? You can see. Instagram. So many women. Nice makeup, nice lip fillers, Botox, plastic surgery, plastic breast, this, that, so many, to attract the eyes of a man. See, if you can control your senses, no one can control you. No one, but if you cannot control, then you become a slave to one who gives you sense gratification. Sometimes we complain, oh, people, they're just like puppets. They follow the dictation, whatever the government says, whatever the corporations offer. People, they just swallow it up like anything, any damn nonsense. Just like this pandemic, COVID pandemic, how people are wearing masks like crazy. I don't even know whether it's scientifically proven that the mask can protect you from the virus. But everybody was wearing, blindly following. Yes, because they cannot control their senses. So one who supplies sense gratification, the government, they give some facility, money, so on and so on. The society you live in, okay, guarantees you food and shelter. And then you follow any damn nonsense they tell you. Brahmana should not be controlled by the senses. Aham Brahmasmi. He should identify with the soul, not with the body. Because if he's controlled by the senses, then any damn nonsense can come and dictate. You speak like this to Shastra, you interpret like this. And I'll give you then salary and so many things. He must be self-controlled, sannyasi also. Must control his senses. Instead of being Godasa, servant of the senses, become a Goswami, glorious, powerful. Not only Brahmanas, Kshatriya also. Kshatriya must be powerful. When the mafia boss comes with the suitcase full of cash, dear Mr. Prime Minister, I have a present for you. If you could kindly stop this law, stop this policy. The Kshatriya cannot be, oh yes, money, okay, give me. And the whole country is finished. And he's not ruling. So you cannot rule if you cannot control your own senses. If you're Godasa, you're not a controller. You might have the title of a controller, prime minister, this, that, president. But you are being controlled by Maya. And your subjects are also controlled by Maya. Everything goes to hell. So the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, they should be trained at least how to control the senses. The Vaishya also, he must control his senses. When he makes profit, there's lots of money. But if he squanders everything like a nonsense, oh, I have money, I must spend it, then he cannot invest. See, Vaishya also must have some sense control. For a higher purpose, he saves the money. And then he makes more money. But the Shudra, he cannot. Oh, money, his hand is sweating. Oh my God, I have money, this is a great crime. I must immediately spend it for sense gratification. So, it is very, very important, not only for liberation from the cycle of birth and death, but even to manage the society as it is now. One must be a controller of the senses. But nowadays nobody cares for this. They don't understand. They think that, oh, this is me, this is my freedom. I enjoy my senses, this is very nice. So, we must understand, first of all, why to control the senses. Why is it so important? We must be fixed up in this understanding. Before we perform sadhana, we should understand what is the purpose of sadhana. to feel good, to propagate, oh, I have chanted so many rounds, I am very advanced. No. It is meant for us to practice sense control, how to control the senses. And when you control your senses, you become very powerful. Very powerful. See, the name of Vishwamitra was mentioned here. Vishwamitra, he was a great yogi, but even he fell victim to Menaka. He was meditating, silent meditation, impersonal meditation, and Indra, he felt threatened. Oh, this guy is going to take over my seat, because by austerities you get some benefit. So you can go to heavenly planets, enjoy, and so on and so on. So Indra sent this heavenly society girl, heavenly Instagram girl, Menaka. And Vishwamitra, what to speak of seeing her? Simply by hearing the ankle bells. Just like in India, the girls, they wear ankle bells. It's very nice. So when he heard the ankle bells, his so-called samadhi was broken. And immediately, he agreed to have sex with her. And there was a daughter, Shakuntala. She was born, and there's a story about that also. Anyway. So that is Vishwamitra. But in the case of Haridas Thakur, what to speak of heavenly society girl? They're very beautiful. The women from the heavenly planets, oh boy. You don't want to even see, you will become mad just by seeing such beauty. Completely crazy. Just like now, sometimes men, they become crazy to get a woman. So heavenly women, guaranteed, everyone becomes crazy. But in the case of Haridas Thakur, Maya personified appeared. Maya herself came to tempt him. And what happened? Did Haridas Thakur fall down? Haridas Thakur was chanting constantly. Personal meditation on a name. When we speak of name, there must be a person. See, he was chanting so many, 170, so many rounds, we were calculating the other day. Did he fall down? No. Maya fell down. Maya fell down on his feet and asked, please, I want to be your disciple. Can you imagine? This is real sense control. You cannot simply cut the senses. You must plug the senses into Krishna sense gratification. Krishna conscious gratification. Nice kirtan. Nice meditation on the form of Krishna in the form of the deity. Nice Krishna prasadam. Everybody loves prasadam. And the beautiful sound of the holy name. See, again, sound is there. We're hearing. Again, we see the beautiful form. Tasting, prasadam, smelling, incense. All the senses are there. Sense gratification, just like the other, just like the material sense. But one sense gratification brings you to hell, and Krishna gratification brings you to the spiritual world. So that's how you control your senses. By engaging them in Krishna consciousness. And these 4 orders of life, brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyasi, are meant for a smooth execution of Krishna consciousness in a human form of life. So, one should be trained as a brahmachari. I was mentioning that yesterday a little bit. Not only he should refrain from sex life, but he should be obedient. Prabhupada says here, unless there is rigid and systematic training of the brahmachari by the expert spiritual master, just like Srila Prabhupada, he's an expert spiritual master. I am not an expert, but Srila Prabhupada is an expert. And unless the student is obedient, he must cooperate. The perfect expert spiritual master might be there, but if you're not an expert in obeying his orders, then there will be no success. Both must be there. Both conditions must be fulfilled for the successful execution of Bhakti Yoga. The guru must be perfect, but the disciple also must be perfect. And the disciple is a fool. So how can he be perfect? That is the reason why he approaches the spiritual master, because he wants to elevate himself from the position he's in right now. So what is the perfect? What is the perfection for a student? Tadviri pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya uparikshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. Krishna gives, we don't have to speculate, Krishna gives all the conditions that are required. First of all, you submit yourself. With folded hands, you should come in front of the spiritual master. Please, I am useless. I will not do anything on my own accord anymore. I'm giving my life into your hands. Please direct me. Otherwise, I have no other shelter in this world. If you still think, oh, I have a shelter, I have money, I have family, I have knowledge, I have this, I have experience, I have this. You're not qualified to be a disciple. You must kick out all these things. Kick out. Nonsense. It is all nonsense. Then the Guru can pour knowledge into the empty cup of your submission. If the cup is full, nothing can fit in. So you must throw it out. I have studied so many years. Are you saying, yes? Kick it out. You know nothing. But I have so many nice friends, so many contacts. Cut it. They're useless. They were not able to help you in questions of birth, death, old age and disease. Cut it. Come and associate with the devotees. So, pranipatena. First of all, you must submit yourself. Tadviri pranipatena pariprashnena. And how do we know whether someone is surrendering? There is a visible symptom. What is that symptom? He's asking questions. He must be jigyasu. Jigyasu shreya uttamam. That is the qualification of a disciple. Number one most important qualification. Jigyasu. He must inquire. Atata Brahma Jigyasa. How to advance. How to follow. How to improve. How do I follow these four regulative principles? I'm not able to follow. I'm struggling. Pariprashnena. Come and inquire. Associate and inquire. The others, they can follow. So you ask them, how do you follow? What is the secret? Please kindly reveal this confidential secret. But if there is no sevaya, tadvidi paranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. What is sevaya? Service. If there's no service, then these questions will not be fruitful. The spiritual master can give you the answer. He's very merciful. Just like devotees here. When you ask them something, someone comes from the outside and asks, what is the Maha Mantra? Oh, they're very eager to explain, devotees, because they're experiencing ecstatic lifestyle. So they want everybody to be ecstatic. That's natural. So they become very eager to explain. But if that person does not do any service, if he does not reciprocate, then the answers of the devotees, they will simply bounce off his dull brain. Bhaktamama vijanati. Krishna says, I can only be understood by bhakti. And what is bhakti? Devotional service. Without service, what kind of bhakti? Oh, I love Krishna in my mind. I don't exhibit any. I keep an internal. Okay, so eat prasadam in your mind. Oh, I need prasadam also. No. It's internal. It's internal activity, taking prasadam. You are internal. We take externally, but you take internally. Because your bhakti, your whole bhakti is internal, so be satisfied. Yes, definitely. There is internal. I cannot see what is in your mind. That is between you and Krishna. Whether you are attentive when you chant your rounds or not, who can check? Maybe Elon Musk with his chip, when he puts in the brain, maybe that'll be the end of rascaldom in Krishna consciousness. One will be able to check whether someone is attentive to the chanting of the holy name. But otherwise you cannot. So it's internal, but it is also external. It must manifest. You cannot do any damn nonsense and claim that, internally I'm into Krishna consciousness. Prabhu, you in a brothel. Internally I am in Goloka. So that you can say, but that can be cheating. Very nice cheating. So there must be sevaya, there must be devotional service. So brahmachari is engaged in sevaya. He is supposed to assist the spiritual master. Not that I have my project. I have my project, this is my project, and the Guru, you assist me. Guru is not like a coach. When when there's the boxers are fighting in a match, and then you see one of the coaches, he's in the corner there with a towel, and he's telling, yes, punch him, good, yes. So the Guru is not like that. You must align yourself with the Guru's project. You see? And the inquiry should also pertain to the sevaya. What is the project of my spiritual master? What is his project? My projects I kick out. Irrelevant. What is his project? And let me assist. Let me align myself with the project of the spiritual master. Sevaya. Like that. So he must be obedient. He's serving. And in order to keep humble attitude, the brahmachari should go and beg. Sometimes people, they complain, oh, why are you asking for money? on TikTok we had a few days ago. There was a big protest because I said that we're asking donations. So some people, they say, oh, you don't deserve any donation. You should go and work. So we cannot work because this is the duty of a brahmachari, to go and beg, not because of money, but because of the insults. We want these insults. Come, more and more and more and more. We want to be abused, we want to be insulted. Yes, because this is, if you understand the purpose, if you don't understand, it can damage you. Everything is voluntary. But if you have that capacity to grasp the idea, you will voluntarily, yeah, come on, give me insults. You go and please, can you spare a donation? And when you do that, when you ask donations, it's very uncomfortable. Suppose now I ask you that go and write to 10 friends on Facebook that I want some donation. It is very, very uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable for you and it is uncomfortable for them because they're thinking, oh, well, I earn the money, why should I give to this guy? We're in this illusion. We think that, by earning money, it means that we own the money. You don't own anything. Money is chanchala. Cannot stay with one person for long. It's being circulated all the time. Doesn't belong to you. And the work that you have executed, that also, you're not independent in that work. Krishna has to give you facilities. Krishna gives you intelligence, how to execute the work, tools, place, opportunities, circumstances. Everything is created by Krishna. This material body is given to you by Krishna. Without this body you cannot work. So everything is given by Krishna. That's why the result of your work belongs to Krishna. You're taking it for yourself and you are making things worse and worse for you. So the brahmachari is very kind and he approaches such envious householders and he asks them, please can you return the money that you have stolen from Krishna? If you cannot give 100%, can you at least return 50%? We're thinking in a perverted way. We're thinking, 50% of my income I should give to Krishna. What about me? But the reality is that you have stolen and you want to enjoy the stolen property. So we're asking you to at least give 50% back. So that is why Srila Prabhupada, he devised this book distribution. It is not that simply we want to distribute knowledge and get money and so on. But it is also to build character. Because when you get insulted, it is good. You become, your heart becomes melted. You realize. All the book distributors, Dhananjaya Prabhu, everyone, they have this experience. When you're there on the street, you become mellowed. You mellow. You have to be mellow because if you are puffed up, no one's gonna take the book from you. You have to learn it, how to be humble, how to tolerate, how not to take offense. Nowadays people take offense very easily. They say something immediately, they block you on Facebook, never see you again. So that is not brahmachari. Brahmachari must be ready, yes. You want to insult me? Good. That is good for me. I have committed so many sinful activities. I am so puffed up. I want to be the controller of the universe. Let the insults come. Come on. Very good. Then he becomes strong. We're weak because we're afraid. Oh, I will offend someone. People will be disturbed because I preach Krishna consciousness. I don't want to. We're weak. But when a brahmachari is accustomed to beg alms from the public, he becomes very strong character. And he also understands about the dark nature of this material world, how they're rascal, how they're indifferent, how they're so attached to money, how they don't care about Krishna, nothing. That we have to understand, if you want to preach, you have to understand the audience that you're preaching to. If you think that, everyone is an angel, then people think that, what a fool. Nobody will respect you. You must speak the truth. You must awaken people to reality of material existence. Nowadays there's so many so-called gurus, they speak such nonsense. They speak nice, flowery language, and people, they buy that. Oh, this is very nice. So sweet, so beautiful. And this Purujit, so harsh, using so many analogies and showing us how horrible this place is. A very negative person. Just like someone said yesterday that, there's a brahmachari, he hates women. So anyway, I might hate women, not hate women. Doesn't matter. We should be ready to bear the insults. Look at all the examples in the history. Lord Jesus Christ. What to speak of insults? He was crucified. He was tortured and crucified. And what did he say at the end of his life? Oh God, please kindly forgive them. They're his killers. They're killing him. And what is his response? Please, Lord, kindly liberate them, because now they're committing great sin of killing me. And I'm disturbed. Not because they're killing me, but because they will suffer so much on account of their sinful activity. So he's trying to liberate them. Just see. This is the difference between a demon and a Vaishnava. Demon is always trying to create disturbance. His whole life revolves around sense gratification. So because of that lusty desire, he does not hesitate to harm others, and especially Vaishnavas. The demons have great attraction to torture Vaishnavas. But a Vaishnava, he does not take any offense. He is simply thinking of his well-being, how to benefit the living entities in this material world. Srila Prabhupada said that I could have just sat in Vrindavan and have a good time. But why I came to the United States at the age of 70 with nothing? Because Srila Prabhupada wanted us to taste this Krishna consciousness. Vaishnava is not happy when he is happy alone. There's no such a thing as alone, being happy alone. We're happy in a society because there's variety of personalities. Krishna also wants that. He wants as many varieties of devotees in the spiritual world as possible. That is why he comes here, to pull us back. He misses us. Although he is complete, he is still missing us. So this is very good for a brahmachari. Go out and collect. Srila Prabhupada devised this book distribution because in the Western countries, they're not accustomed to charity. They have no concept of charity. All Shudras. So Prabhupada devised, don't beg, but give a book. Beg and give a book. So it's not exactly begging, but it is also giving. People will not give simply because you're brahmachari. They don't understand the value in a society. Why should they? They don't even believe there can be such a person. I've encountered this many times. They say, oh, you don't have sex? I don't believe. You must secretly indulge. They cannot believe it even. So we give books and we ask a donation. Kindly give donation according to your choice. And this is very good for brahmacharya. Book distribution. This sex desire comes when one is puffed up. False prestige. If you're humble, then you cannot attract a woman. Woman is also attracted to a puffed up man, because a puffed up man, he has some level of self-importance, and on that basis he is maintaining the family. Women, they don't like if you say, oh, I am insignificant, I am lower than a worm in stew. They don't like this. They want men to be very confident, very detached, very powerful, and very puffed up. Then they can capture him also very easily, because man who is puffed up, he becomes addicted to material sense gratification. So then the woman comes. So of course this is explained in a very simplified way. There are so many complexities, but just to illustrate the example. The Krishna conscious grihastas, they transcend this, they purify this principle by engaging in Krishna conscious service. So in Krishna consciousness, this principle can be conducive. Srila Prabhupada says that if you want to marry, then you should marry, and then you will feel more encouraged to execute your duties in Krishna consciousness. And similarly, the girls, if they get a powerful brahmachari as a husband, he will never fall victim to sex life. So he will preserve his brahmacharya principles, and then he will take the wife back home, back to Godhead. So if the girls, they want very powerful brahmachari, that is good. Of course, Prabhupada said this is the only contradiction in our philosophy. And we tell the girls to marry and we tell the boys not to marry. So it creates a tension. You know? Sometimes the greatest brahmacharis, they have the greatest difficulty to keep women away. Those who are not so strict, like our Maxim Prabhu with big hair. The girls are not attracted. Oh, these guys, he's not very strict. He's not so determined. So that is advantage for you.
Sure.
But if you become very strict, yes. This is Maya. Maya comes whenever you try to be strict. Of course, it can go the other way around also. You know, you're not strict, and then again you fall down in a different way. So the Grihastha ashram here, the purpose of this shloka is that the wife becomes a great shelter for men. And she's able to save him from fall down. Because if the man feels sex impulse, he can engage in sex life with his wife and beget Krishna conscious children. So there is a process of how to engage that sex impulse. And in this way he's saved. Prabhupada explains here that he does not create disturbance in society by corrupting virgin girls. Prabhupada explains also that the girl always remembers the first man she had sex life with. Always. And the boy also. So if the girls and boys, they indulge in sex life with many partners prior to marriage, they lose respect for the other gender. Then the marriage is not so nice. You see? So they should be preserved. Then there is more attraction. Sex desire is just like you have a credit. And if you indulge, you exhaust your credit, then you have nothing left. And then people, they engage in homosex and so many different types of sex because they run out of their credit. If you keep the man brahmachari and you keep the girl virgin, nice and chaste, protected, when they marry together, there's great incentive for sex life. Great incentive. They enjoy very, very much. So that is good. And they become attached to one another and they never separate. And the family life is very nice, very happy, a very firm foundation. So the wife is such a great benediction for a husband. In the other ashrams, sannyasi, brahmachari, vanaprastha, if one feels sex impulse, well, he's finished. He cannot. There is no solution. Let's suppose sannyasi, he feels sex desire. No? He cannot do anything. So the sannyas also should not be taken whimsically. Only after great austerity and training and experience one can take to this sannyas. And he must always keep in mind that in the association of women, there is always a danger of falling victim. So he should not associate with women, sannyasi especially, brahmachari also. Very dangerous. But in grihastha life, association of woman is very nice. So this is the glorification of a woman and the grihastha ashram. This philosophy is very complex. We should not make conclusions and assumptions simply by finding some quote and then basing all our conception on that one quote. There are statements which describe woman as a personification of Maya in a negative way. But here the woman is glorified as the opposite of Maya. So we must study deeply, not superficially. It is not like this or like this. It's not black and white. It is according to the circumstances. Okay, so I'll stop here. Questions? Question time. Yes? Give her the mic.
If the woman is not Maya, then why is it natural to go through all the ashram? That's like in the Vedic society they would go through Grihastha ashram, then Vanaprastha, then Sannyas. So ultimately the association with women have to be given up.
Yeah, well, woman is not Maya, but our idea of sense gratification with a woman, that is Maya. What we want to do with the woman, that is Maya.
So because in Kali Yuga you don't have to live, it's better to be with a woman. But in Vedic time, but the women, they were very chaste also.
Yes.
So it's even, so why would you have to go through Vanaprastha and Sannyas?
It's not meant for everyone.
It's not meant for everyone.
Shudras should never take Vanaprastha or Sannyas.
Right.
Shudras. They're not qualified. They cannot abstain. Strictly speaking, sannyas is meant for brahmanas only. Even kshatriyas, they cannot take sannyas.
Yeah.
You see, so very powerful. The woman attraction is very powerful. Only selected few can actually take sannyas.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Shamdai is asking, if the husband's virtue saves the wife, does the wife's virtue also save the husband? When the wife's virtue is higher than that of the husband's, can he be saved by her austerity? Definitely, yes. Prabhupada, he said that if the woman is more advanced than the man, she can become a guru to the husband. Yes, there is a statement like that. So especially in Krishna consciousness, there is no difference between man and woman. Woman can be more advanced and men can be more degraded. Krishna consciousness does not depend on any material conditioning. Whether you're man or woman, it has nothing to do with your Krishna consciousness. Does not depend on intelligence, does not depend on knowledge, does not depend on austerity. Krishna consciousness is self-effulgent. It arises from itself. Krishna consciousness arises from itself. Next.
There are many questions on TikTok. Do you get married? Do you get married?
Me personally?
I think so. They were wondering about you because they were saying you're speaking about woman and wife. So they were saying, so where is your wife? And
Well, yeah, I can get married, yeah. I'm not married now. I mean, not that everybody has to get married. Better not to get married. But yeah, if I want, I can marry. This idea that everybody has to marry, that is a crippled idea. Shudra idea. It's a great life. If you're not married, that's a great, wonderful life. You save so much time for reading, for chanting. Glorious. Why should I unnecessarily marry?
Mia B is wondering, why is it better not to get married?
I just explained.
They're saying that that's sad.
It's sad for you because for you spiritual life has no priority. For you the sex life is the only pleasure in life, so yes, for you it must be sad. But we're more elevated than the animals. There are higher things than sex life.
There's a question from Acharya Prabhu. Acharya Prabhu is wondering, isn't this injunction about giving up the wife in sannyas only for like karma yogis? Because Prabhupada says that if the family is Krishna conscious, they don't have to be given up. Or for those who are not devotees per se.
Yes. This is Varnashram has been rejected by Lord Chaitanya as superficial. It is a material system for smooth arrangement in a society. But we can take advantage of it also.
Mia is saying that you can still, she's wondering, you can still pray and chant with your wife. So marriage isn't just about sex.
Of course, yeah. I never said that. But it is mainly because of sex. This is a woman who's saying this?
Yes.
Yeah. So that, yeah, because you're a woman, you think like this. But men, they think differently. You know, for men, sex is very, very essential. For women, it's different. You know, you should understand male's mind better. Otherwise, your own marriage will be difficult. If you don't understand this point about men, you'll be unsatisfied.
Ads is wondering, if you believe souls are reincarnated, what's the point?
It's not a belief. You're getting reincarnated in this life. You had a childhood body. Where is that body now? It's gone. You had a childhood body. Now you have grown-up body. You have reincarnated. Where is the belief? What is the belief? I can see with my own eyes.
Okay, well then he's saying, what's the point of prayer? If you're being reincarnated, what's the point of prayer?
What's the point of prayer? To get out of here.
Does it get you a better next life? He's wondering.
Yes. Better next life, but the best is not to have material life anymore. To go back to God. But it's not a belief. You don't think like this. You try to understand logically. We're not discussing belief. You know, your belief, my belief, that leads nowhere. Everybody has some kind of a belief. We're discussing here philosophically. Gabriela is asking, it is not said when you are not married and do not have children, you have much more time for sadhana and spiritual advancement. Okay, so she just confirming what I said. Hare Krishna, Timea taught Hare Krishna to Hungary. Yeah.
Mr. Verve on TikTok is appreciating your contribution. And he's wondering, please explain to me how karma affects the cycle of reincarnation.
So long you are attached to sense gratification, sense gratification means body. The more you indulge in sense gratification, the more you become attached to the body. And then you have to take another body. So you can enjoy sense gratification legally, just like through marriage, or you can indulge illegally, and then you have to suffer. People are wondering, why am I suffering? Why this happened to me? Yeah, because of your previous karma. Otherwise, how do you explain? Without reincarnation, how do you explain that bad things are happening to good people? You cannot explain that. You will blame God, just like the atheists. That's the number one objection, atheists. If there was God, why He created so much suffering? Because they don't understand there's a law of karma. So we should not indulge in illegal way nor legal way. We should indulge in transcendental way with Krishna. We should enjoy with Krishna, in Krishna consciousness. You eating food, don't starve, but offer your food to Krishna before. You want to sing, don't sing nonsense, Beyonce and Elton John or whatever. Sing Hare Krishna. Like that.
So,
I have a question.
Here, Maxim has a question.
okay.
Is it okay or even good to take a wife or wives and to not have children?
No. Prabhupada says, without children, that marriage is not marriage. That's the whole purpose of marriage. You're not able to follow brahmacharya anymore? Okay, beget a child and make him a brahmachari. And he will take you back home, back to Godhead.
So, to be a proper brahmachari, you wouldn't want to take wife at all. You just wouldn't bother. To be proper brahmachari, because you say if you want to be brahmachari, you don't do that. So if you want to be proper paka brahmachari, you don't even take wife.
No, wife means you're not a brahmachari.
Nice.
Mr. Patrick is wondering, if you start with bad karma, can you change that?
Yes, by this process of Krishna consciousness.
And then Ashley, DC is wondering that, because you're mentioning that they, I can't paraphrase, but you're saying that they would blame God. So she's saying with childhood illness, they deserve that also?
Yes, everything. Otherwise, why is it there? You explain, why is it there? This injustice. You have no explanation. If you think this is not karma, then you must explain, why is it there? Why someone is born in a very rich family, he does not have to work, and another person is born in Africa, he has to work, since his childhood, in mines, and breathe the contaminated air. Why? So a devotee, because he understands this, he's not disturbed. He understands, oh, this is my karma, let me go on. But the foolish person, he becomes traumatized. Why this happened to me? Why? Oh, I must change the whole structure of the material world. And he wastes time like that.
Right.
See, childhood illness, so many hospitals are there, so many pills are there. The modern medicine has been going on for so many years, and the childhood illness is still there. You cannot eradicate, because it's the karma. It's a law. Just consider it. So many thousands and thousands of years, humanity has been developing medicine to counteract disease. But the disease is always there. You cure COVID, you get a vaccine, okay, another virus appears. Why? Because it's karma.
And also now, because of the vaccine, often you're weaker to the new virus.
Okay, yeah.
So you're, but the point is, the attempted cure, sure, it helps with the first thing, but it makes them weaker in the long run.
Yeah. No solution whatsoever.
Yeah, that's all.
Gabriela says, can we, those who are living in another country and appreciate your classes, help by distributing books published by Bliss in our countries?
Right.
Wow. Oh yes. That will be wonderful. You can translate and we can print, and yes, you can distribute. I think Gabriela was asking also about this translation. You got in touch with her? She wants to translate into Romanian.
Amazing. I think Krishna Prema is in touch with her.
Yes? So yes, we can do this. Very good, Gabriela. Although Prabhupada said that marriage is for having children, many devotees do not want to have children. There are entire communities where there is no child or only one child. Yeah, it's directly linked to cow protection. Prabhupada explains why people don't want to have kids, because there's no cow protection. Cow protection is the foundation of economic development, because the cow gives so much milk, and from milk you can make so many preparations. So people should be given land and cows, and they should produce, and then it's easy to maintain the children. The children, they drink milk, for the first so many months, they only drink milk, the children. So why they don't want? Because now everything is very expensive, and they're afraid they won't be able to maintain so many children. Yes.
That seems to be everything.
Okay.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you so much. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Hari 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 Bol.
Namo Mishtavaraya Krishnavastaya Bhutari Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Ramana Namaste Saraswati Guruvani Bracharina Nirvishesha Shunamari Bhacharya.
Can you help me take these things up? You can take the light.
Do you have the microphone, Prabhu?
Ah, yeah.
Thank you. Does this need charging?
Yes. Can you cancel the thing?